saw part of Split, but I haven't seen the whole thing yet. The Unbreakable is one of my favorite movies ever. And then Glass was pretty good. I don't think it's as good as Unbreakable, but it was pretty good. Everybody go check that movie out. It was crazy. Today there's been a bunch of roadblocks and shit, and people just wasting my time deliberately and just doing dumb shit all day. Right now there's a bunch of cars pulling up to the intersection as I drive up to it, swarming at it and blocking my path, and someone walking across it too. Like that. And I'm not in a hurry today either. Usually they do it when I'm in a hurry to get somewhere or whatever. Damn, there's a bunch of cars right now. Are they all stalking? I bet. They're all just getting in my way at the intersection. I'm just sitting here. Bet they're all stalking. This is the last car at 84, I think. I think it was the 84. And then there's a white truck meeting me when I get across the roundabout. But anyway, like there's just people wasting my time a bunch of times, and then I go to Walmart, and then there's a lot, like somebody sent me money at Walmart, like the money center, so I go there to pick it up, and then of course there's a long line there when I get there after they've already been wasting my time a bunch of times. And there was like a white SUV driving really slow in front of me on the way there and shit. And then, so that line took forever. Like the first guy in line took forever. And so I was just standing there waiting for a long time. And then I come out of there, and then there was a baby crying synced in Walmart. And the baby's like at the back of the store. They're like in a shopping cart. There's like two ladies, or like a mom and daughter or whatever. They're pushing a shopping cart, and there's a baby in it, and it's crying synced. And it started crying like when I picked up my money. And then I walked to the back of the store where the water aisle is. And like right as I'm turning into the water aisle, the baby, the mom's pushing the cart away in front of me. The baby's still crying synced. And then when I left Walmart, there was more cars driving slow in front of me, I think. And then like I forget. And then there was like people standing. Oh, and then there's a plane flying like straight at me as I was driving up this one street. It was just like flying straight at me, like straight up the street. That shit was crazy. And then I pull over and I park in a parking lot, and then it like turned and flew over me as I'm getting out of my car. And then there's just like people standing on the street talking next to a truck, like as I'm driving up the street, and they're just like standing in the middle of the street basically. I think they were stalking me and like getting in my way and whatever. And then when I get to the grocery store, she's just standing behind the counter staring off into space, and is always doing this when I go in there. But this time, she wasn't, like, turned away from me. She's just, like, staring straight. Like, I'm over to the right a little bit. She's just, like, staring straight ahead. But, like, you can see me. And you can hear me, too. Like, I, like, set the shit on the counter. And then, like, I'm playing a video on my phone really loud and shit. And she just doesn't know that I'm there, I guess. But she does, because she knows that I'm on my way there before I get there. So she's just standing there staring up, and then I'm just like And then she's like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. And they're always doing this. And then there's a bunch of slow cars driving in front of me. And then there's like a stoplight that like the light was red for a really long time. And I think it was Skynet just wasting my time deliberately again. It had to be, because it was just red for an extremely long time. And then I think it turned green sync, but I'm not sure about that. And then I'm getting distracted by the stalker butterfly right now. There's a guy walking behind me at the same time as it. And there's a one light whitey, and there's a bunch of stalkers on the street. And then I went to my grandma's house, and when I get there, she's like, hey, can you find this remote that your grandpa lost? It's in his chair somewhere. He has like this big recliner. And so like she has me like look in the cracks of the chair for the remote, and then it's like a chair made for like old people or like disabled people or whatever, that like it like lifts up. It's like an electric, there's like a remote for it, and like lifts all the way up, so you like helps you stand up. So she does that. She like lifts the chair all the way up so I can see under it. And I don't see a remote anywhere, and I'm looking all over under it, and I'm looking all inside it, and then she has me look a bunch more times. She's like, look again. I'm like, it's not in there. She's like, look again. So I look again. It's not, I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. It's not in there. And then I'm like, it's not in there, right? It's not in there, right? So then I leave the room, go to the bathroom, and then I come back out, and then she found it. She just has it all of a sudden. I'm like, yep. And I'm like, where was it? She's like, I lifted up the flap on the back of it. It was in there. And I'm like, all right, I checked there, but it wasn't in there. And then there's a guy walking a dog over here, and then there's this guy in this truck over here that he's just walking around it or whatever, and then there's a bunch of cars on the street, and then there's two people with a dog behind me. With two dogs. So it's just like the theme today was like waste my time deliberately. And I'm not in a hurry today, which is the funny part. Is like, it was just like, okay, whatever, dude. Like I get to the line at Walmart, and I'm just like, okay, I'll just watch the rest of Glass right now. I'll just watch Glass while I'm standing in line for 20 minutes. Woo. And like they were all stalkers in the line, I bet. Like they're probably just all there just because I'm there. Probably if I wasn't there, there would be nobody there. And there's probably still some sink flies in here, but they're in the back seat right now or something. I killed a bunch of them though. And then my grandma's dogs are always barking synced and running around synced. And then her one dog will just be barking like when I come in the door, it'll just be barking at me. And I think they're making it bark because sometimes she won't be barking at me like that. And then other times she'll be barking at me like she doesn't know who I am or whatever. It's like, bro, what's your problem? Like, you just keep barking like crazy. And then like I'm trying to like talk to my grandma and she keeps barking over me. She's extremely loud. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Fucking sink dog. So that's just the weird ass shit that happened today, and it's happening every day. And they're not always wasting my time like that, but today they were. Just like everywhere that I go. And it's just like a little thing. You know, they just do like little things here and there, and then it just builds up throughout the day to where you're just like, go, bitch! If you don't control yourself, or if you don't check yourself. They want me to crash the fuck out. There's a fly in here. Where's he at? There he is. Fucking sink fly. And like I'll open my door to let them out or my window, and they'll just like stay in the car usually. Sometimes they'll fly out, but it's like they're looking for a place to get out, and I'm like, here you go, bro. And then he doesn't leave, and I'm like, and then he flies in my face synced a bunch of times. There's been a few planes today. The planes are back. They never went away, but there's less of them the last couple days. Now there's been more of them today again. I hear a plane coming. Is he gonna sink? He's gonna walk by me up the curve in the path. There's a white SUV driving by at the exact same time. And these cars are driving by simultaneous. And these cars are, those cars are simultaneous. The white SUV and the blue truck are simultaneous. And there's a red car in front of the blue car, or in front of the white car. Or wait, there's a blue car in front of the white car and a blue car behind the white car. Ta-da! Let's see if I can catch some sink fish on camera, because I swear I saw sink fish over here the other day. Yeah, people will just be like dragging shit out deliberately for no reason, just to waste my time and shit, and just like calling and texting me at synced up moments and shit. Is any sink fish? And the last time I was out here, I saw a fish swim under me this way, and then another fish swim out this way at the same time as each other, like at the edge of the bridge. So I think they were sink fish. I don't see any fish right now. Fishes are at right now. This bird sinking. I bet he's sinking. I think the squirrel synced with the bird behind him. Literally, I think that just happened. I missed it. I didn't catch it on camera. But I was looking over at him, I'm like, he's gonna sink, right? And then right when I walk by him, things are happening. There's a siren. Don't sink, birds. Don't sink. Don't sink. These birds are flying by simultaneous with the truck. Did you see that? These people are gonna meet me right here. White SUV. Dog barking right when I turn. Wasn't barking before, barking right when I turn. And then he's not barking again after that. Oh, there's the dog. He's over there. He's gonna bark synced again and walk by me synced. I think the fire truck siren was syncing with multiple birds, like when it honked its horn, and then when it switched its siren sound right now, and these birds keep flying in front of me. Oh! Here comes a dog walker. It's a baby. It's a toddler. You're gonna meet me at the curve in the path? I would be stalkered up. That would be stalkered up. They met me at the curve in the path. Wouldn't it? I think the fire truck's still going off, but he's way in the distance now. I think this guy just threw his frisbee sink right here at the edge of this. Yeah. Here comes someone else walking. Are they gonna see? I bet they're gonna sink, and they're gonna sink, and this bug flying in front of me is sink. I bet everybody's gonna sink. Except me, because that's retarded. I would never sink. Would you ever sink? Would you sink for a Klondike bar? I wouldn't. I wouldn't sink for 1,000,000 Klondike bars. There's a car that looks like it's parking right at this moment, but it's behind the tree though, so I don't know. Was it parking right at that moment? It looked like it was parking synced with her. Are they gonna sink? Don't sink. I think this child behind me is coughing since. A child. I think I see sinks happening over here with the red and the blues. And then it was raining synced a bunch of times this morning. Or was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. It was doing it this morning too, but yesterday it was a bunch of times. The rain would die down and then it would come back again synced. I hear a frisbee hitting a basket behind me right when I stand up and walk over the sidewalk. It's insane. Where's the fishies? I feel like all of these cars in front of me are sinking. I don't know how many of them are, but it was a lot of white ones. So, I don't know. Just trying to find the unsynced ones every day. Where are they at? I'm one. That is unsynced. She's gonna walk in front of me as I walk up to this. Is that synced? They're walking up at the same time. Is that synced? Is that synced? Is this person gonna sing? soon. This truck coming up behind her is like synced with it. Is it synced? It's like the first car in the line of cars is coming up behind her as she turns in front of me. Is it synced? She turning here as a motorcycle drives in front of me really loud. It's probably directly in front of me, but I can't see it. It sounded like it was. Yeah, I got some weed plants over here. Give me some of that. I need it. It's synced as fuck out here. It's driving me fucking insane. There's a dog barking right as I walk up to the curve, and then this guy is walking by me right at the other side of the curve. Ooh. They have one of these things, like one of these type of things over downtown, and people will just always be banging on them and doing it synced. Just be like, they keep doing it synced. And then they'll be like looking over at me and they'll be like, oh. It's a common occurrence. It's a fruitless weeping mulberry. It's a golden weeping willow. This is a tree. A fall fiesta sugar maple. That is that. That is that. That is that. And that is that. Let's see what books they got. Probably a bunch of stalkers driving behind me constantly if I look back there. Probably a stalker over here. He's probably syncing with the two simultaneous white cars behind me as he drives in front of me simultaneous. I hear a dog barking, but I'm not there yet. I hear him barking again right here. I don't hear him barking at any other moment. He's not barking anymore. Check out this one. That one's a banger. Someone just ran behind me. I think she was synchronizing. Like, it's like when I'm looking through things like that, it's like when I get to the last one, they'll be running behind me. She wasn't there yet. I was like here when she ran behind me. So I don't know about her, but they'll be doing that. Like when I'm at the library and they can see through my eyes because the train horn is honking as I start to walk. Because I'll be looking at the shelf. The train horn is honking as the last car drives in front of me in that stalker parade. That butterfly was synced, I think. Those cars are black and silver in front of me. The train horn is going off as they drive in front of me. Like I'll be looking at the shelf at the library just with my eyes, and then like when my eyes get down to the bottom shelf, there'll be someone walking by me. Or like when I'm looking at the last DVD or whatever. Or if I'm reading a book, like when my eyes get to the bottom of the page, they'll sync sometimes. Things like that to let me know that they can see through my eyes. Not the stalkers, but the orchestrators. Skynet machine or whatever. Don't sing. Silver. I think he met the black truck at the bridge with the silver car. Didn't he meet it right at the edge of the bridge? There's that whitey and then this one right after it. Are they the whiteys? There's that car right after that other car. It is sloppily synced. Is this at 86 right now? Is this a whitey right at this moment? One of them was a stalker at least. Probably all of them. Probably all these cars are stalking. They all stalking? I feel like they're all stalking. That red truck had a 33 right there at the pole. Black. Are they stalking? Oh, stalk parade. Is everybody a stalker? Oh. That's the question in life. Is everybody a stalker? I feel like they all are. Definitely those ones. They're the stalkers. I think the train horn started right when they drove by me, and they're the stalkers. So I know that for sure. And these are kind of almost at the same time, and these are the reds. And these are the stalkers in here. Train horn's probably going off synced a bunch of times, but I can't hear it because of the cars driving by me right now, so it's probably syncing a bunch of times though, and I can't hear it syncing. I think that truck was right at the edge of that fence talking. The last car going that way is right after the white SUV. Are they stalking, I feel like? That white car had a 64 on it, or a F4, I mean, for 64. And it was synced with the other whitey, I think. I think this whitey synced with the car that was going the opposite way. But they're not at the same exact time for some reason. There's a bug flying in front of me as that whitey truck drove by me. There's the whiteys. There's the stalkers. They're perfectly synced. And he met the tan truck here. And I keep seeing cars meeting each other here synced. Like at like intersections or whatever like this, they'll sync. They'll meet each other sync. This car is pulling up as this one drives by me. Are they synced? This car is gonna pull up next to me. Is it synced? Those are synced. Are they synced? Are they synced when they sync? Does it look synced when they sync? Does that look synced? Do I need to get out a protractor to show you how 90-degree angled up it is and synced? These are the reds. That red car was over there when that red car was next to me, and then the other red car was over there when the other one was next to me. So many scenes, bro. Yeah, sync. This just keeps happening over and over. Every car that drives by, except that one. Finally, sync. Silver sync. Sync. Does that just keep happening over and 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 over? Is that possible for that to keep happening coincidentally over and over and over and over and over and over? Is that mathematically possible? There's a tan car right now. There's a car at the curb. There's a blue car at each curb.